Greetings, Fremont family. My name is Pete Montgomery. I'm one of the elders at church here. And coming to you today with our daily Devo. Memorization verse today is Romans 12:17. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everybody. Paul reminds us in today's passage that we are not to repay for the evil done to us, being careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. This does not mean that we should seek to please mankind, which is actually kind of, when I first read this, I was like, wait, are we to conform to the world? Like, are we just supposed to kind of make people happy? Rather, it means that we should live righteously, according to God's principles, in plain view of everyone. We should be fair and honest in all of our dealings. We should be above reproach in the sight of our peers. This comes about by knowing God's principles and instructions. The more we understand God's grace towards us, the more likely we are to also extend grace when wronged. The more we internalize God's faithfulness, righteousness, and truthfulness, the more these principles will be evident in our lives. This happens supernaturally by renewing our minds to the Word of God and letting the new creation that exists on the inside seep out and exists on the outside. The Christian life was meant to be lived this way. I was thinking about this verse in the context of one of the most important seasons of every year. You might think I'm mentioning this because it's the Christmas season, which is also really important, but I'm talking about the Upward season. As many of you know, Upward Basketball is one of our great mission opportunities at Fremont, where we bring in a large group of young people and kids, and really not only do we basketball, but we do devotionals and try and have a basketball league that is not only fun but demonstrates some of the principles and characteristics that as Christians we like to embody. And one of the things is, so I've coached a number of years, I've volunteered, I've done a bunch of refereed, I've done a bunch of different things for Upward. But one of the things that I've told my children when they've played is that we should play the game as a way to reflect our values as Christians, so that when the rest of the players, and I don't know what the stats are this year, but it's a large percentage of kids who are non-churched, would look at us and say, who are these Christians? And what is it that they believe in that leads them to be acting this way? Whether it's, again, we reach down and pick up our opponent after they've fouled us or fallen down, or, we encourage our teammate who hasn't scored a basket all year to score and pass the ball to them instead of scoring ourselves. I think that's what Paul is talking about in this verse, is that this is how we should live so that others would look at us and say, who are these Christians? They're not repaying evil for evil. They're not, an eye for an eye. They're walking in the way that I would love to live my life. So again, I think that's what Paul's talking about in this verse. And as you go throughout this week, I would encourage you to reflect as you walk your Christian faith and know that there are a lot of people in this world, non-Christians, who are looking at you and thinking to themselves, who are these Christians? What is it about this person that leads them to believe and act this way? And I would like to be like that. Have a great week, and Merry Christmas.